Now that we're done debulking the top with the 4 guard all the way open, we can move on to our 3 guard all the way open and continue to fade the sides near the parietal ridge. To make the fade more smooth, we're going to use our clipper over comb method, and we're going to use our vertical cuts to blend it as much as possible. Moving on to the back side, we're starting off with our no guard all the way open, and we're going to continue to erase that initial guideline using our lever midway and all the way closed. Again, don't be afraid to stretch the skin with your opposite hand. This gives you more room to blend. Now that we're done erasing our initial guideline, we can move on to our 1 guard all the way open and create our 3rd guideline. This is right near the occipital bone, so you want to make sure you spend more time here. Now that the line is soft enough with the 1 guard, we can move on to our half guard and erase the line completely. Make sure to use your lever and your corners as well. Since we already debulked the top with the 4 guard all the way open, we could quickly switch to our 3 guard all the way open and debulk the parietal ridge. Going back to my 1.5 guard just to detail the parietal ridge. Moving on to the sideburns, we're going to start off with our no guard all the way open and then slightly close the lever midway and all the way closed. Now we're moving on to our gold FX and we're going to slightly line up the beard. He did line up the beard himself, so it is a little bit lighter and a little bit rigid, so I'm just going to make it as crispy as possible and let the hair grow. Moving on to our gold FX, we're going to start off at the middle and work our way to the sides. We're also going to make sure the hair feeds into the teeth of the trimmer, because if not, then the hair is going to shift and then you won't line them up properly. Once we start to line up this little piece right here, you're gonna see the lining is gonna start coming together. Again, make sure you keep the vertical bars as natural as possible, and also you want to make sure you don't press too hard. Again, you want to make sure that the hair feeds into the teeth of the trimmer. Moving on to our Turkish razor and Derby Premium blades, we're going to make them as crispy as possible. But before we do that, we're going to apply some shave gel, making sure that the razor glides better. Also, when you're using the blade, you want to make sure you stretch the skin as much as possible with your opposite hand, and also keep the blade at a 45-degree angle. This lowers the likelihood of you cutting someone. Again, I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Also, if you guys want to leave some extra support, go ahead and follow the Instagram. Now that we're done debulking the top and the sides, we can move on to our go-to effects and create our first guideline and the side taper. Now before we use the foil shaver, we're going to apply some shave stick so my client doesn't bump up. Now that we're done botting them out, we can move on to our no guard all the way open and create our second guideline. We're then going to slightly close the lever midway and all the way close and attack that initial guideline. Now that we're done erasing our initial guideline, we can move on to our one guard all the way open and create our third guideline. Using our two guard all the way open, we're going to create our fourth guideline and soften up the line and get ready for the 1.5 guard. Before you erase the line that we made with our two guard all the way open, we're going to go back to our one guard all the way open line and erase it with our half guard. Now that the line is softened up with the two guard all the way open, we can move on to our 1.5 guard and erase the line completely. Now I'm using my 3 guard all the way open, and this is going to help us blend into the bulk on the sides. Switching over to my 1.5 guard all the way open just so I could detail the bulk. Now we're using our NST outliners to line up the side of the ear, and we're starting off at the bottom, working my way to the top arch using the corners of the blade. Moving on to this front line, we're going to start off at the middle and work our way to the sides using our NST outliners. You always want to make sure you go slow enough that the hair feeds into the teeth of the trimmer, because if not, then you won't line them up properly. You also want to keep the vertical bars as natural as possible, and you don't want to push them too deep in. Once you're done lining them up, it reveals a few guidelines in the taper, so I always go back and detail as much as possible. Here I'm using a little bit of clipper over comb so I can remove a little bit of bulk that I saw. Now that we're done lining them up, we can move on to our Turkish razor and Durban Premium blades and make them as crispy as possible. When you're using your razor, you want to make sure you stretch the skin as much as possible with your opposite hand and keep the razor at a 45-degree angle. This lowers the likelihood of you cutting someone. Again, I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Also, if you guys want to show some extra support to the channel, you can leave a super thanks down below. Thank you. I always like doing the top of the eyebrows first and then doing the bottom. Gives me a better shape.